Aloha and welcome to the video blog for NLP.com and Huna.com. I'm Dr. Matthew James, and as always, I just absolutely enjoy the questions that I get from Haumana, from students. And this is one of the opportunities or ways that I can take those questions and answer them not just for that one individual by email, which is what I used to do, but answer it for a whole bunch of people because I think a few of you have these types of questions. So let me jump right into it. I like to make sure that I read the question as it was sent to me. Is doing more than one thing at a time okay as long as there's a focus on both? Or is focus required to be one task at a time? I'm reminded when I asked you how could, and this is how it's written, how could you release for yourself and guide the group through the release at the same time? Also, this student was in a training, and I brought up the fact that when I'm taking a group through the process of like ho'oponopono or a NLP process where they're releasing negative emotions or limiting decisions, at the same time I'm doing the process with myself to make sure that I remain in rapport with that group. And so the question has to do with split focus. So let's talk about that for a moment. When I first started exercising, let's put this right into the concept of exercising. When I first started exercising, I would go into the gym. And I think I talked about this on an audio blog a little while ago. It's a really good point. Person to the right is on a treadmill, and the person on the treadmill sitting there going, watching Oprah and talking to someone on their cell phone. I look over to the left, the person's on a bike, and they're reading a magazine. And I'm sitting there in the middle, and I'm going, what would happen if I focused 100% on this workout? I had been doing it for a while, and I had gotten really good at doing it. What would happen if I put all of my attention and focus right in the moment of what I'm doing? And you know what? I got a better result. And in fact, I have read a ton of books on health and fitness. And anytime it gets to the section on exercise, it says you need to be present in the exercise. You need to be focused in that moment on what you are doing. Arnold Schwarzenegger, and whether you like Arnold or not, in one of his workout books, obviously a very successful person, won a ton of different competitions. He said as he's doing the bicep curl, he's visualizing his bicep as this mountain peak. And people always talked about how amazing his biceps were. I don't think he sat there while he was doing the bicep curl thinking about what am I going to eat for lunch, what store am I going to go to tonight, I wonder how that movie was that my friend saw. None of that. Focus was entirely there. So when the student asks, you're on stage and you're guiding a group through a process and you're doing the process, that's not technically, in my opinion, a split focus. That is you being focused. I went on a vacation with my family, and Skylar, Ethan, Shumi, and I, we all went to a hotel and paid to be there, focused in on being there for a family vacation to get some downtime. I took my phone and I put it in the hotel safe. And when we went to the beach, I got an amazing amount of give back from my kids. It's like I got to be there and experience being with them. And again, looking down the beach, I saw a couple that was there and both of them on their cell phone talking to other people. They didn't look like they were there connected with each other. And then a lot of times people leave and they go, yeah, it was really great, but we didn't really get to relax or we didn't get to, spend quality time together. Well, of course you didn't. Your focus was so split that you weren't able to focus right in on that path. Now take it from a bigger picture perspective. I teach Huna. I teach NLP. I have people come in all the time and they say, what do I need to do to get the most out of this path? For example, Huna. And I said, well, at some point you have to say, here's my path. I'm going to pick this path and I'm going to stick to it. We seem to live in a world of what I would call path jumpers. And one of the reasons why we do so much path jumping is because of that whole grass is always greener phenomena. But here's the deal. The reason why the grass is greener is because where you are on your path, you've stopped moving. And so you're sitting there and you're grazing all of that grass there, and all of a sudden all the grass is gone. Everything's going to look greener because you're sitting on a mound of dirt. If you would just take one more step on your path, if you would just take that initiative and that one more movement on your path, you would find that green grass. You would find that next patch that's going to feed you, that's going to nourish you. And so truly to me, you have to have this internal and external focus where you are right there in the moment. Now, that doesn't negate the fact that you have multiple areas of your life. You have family, relationship, career, What I'm saying is that when you're in the career, when you're at the job, are you giving 100%? One student said to me, I wish I got 100% out of my job. And I said, when you're there at work, on a quick estimate off the top of your head, how much are you putting into your job? And he goes, about 60%. And I go, how much are you getting out of your job? And he goes, oh, about 60%. I said, isn't that weird that they're the same? What you're putting in is exactly what you're getting. And he's looking at me like, I know, I get it. But here's the deal. You ready? If all you put in is 60%, all you're going to get back is 60%. I'm here with you guys right now. I'm focused 100% on this audio blog, video blog, whatever it is that means that you're listening to it or watching it. I'm focused 110% here with you. And when I'm making pancakes with Skylar in the morning, 100% focus on the pancakes in the morning. Do you understand? I hope so. Cool. So anyway, let's wrap up our blog like we always do. We say malama pono, we all stand in righteousness. Aloha keakua, love is our shield. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be your best. You gonna come? Skylar's being shy. Since it's video now, I don't think she wants to join in. She's sitting over here in the background though, watching me. Anyway, and let's wrap it up with aloha, a hui ho, class dismissed. Take care, love you all.